Anyone saying the Nuggets tall ball lineup is the future of basketball is clueless. It's not even the future of Denver Nuggets basketball. Look, I don't want to be negative on this because Bol Bol, baby! But I will be real. Bol Bol scored 16 points in his first game. I predict he won't score 16 points total throughout the entire playoffs. In this video, I'll explain why the tall ball lineup is an awful thing for the Denver Nuggets. Hey guys, it's Casey. Welcome to AM Hoops. Hit subscribe and notification bells because we're coming out with 5 videos per week. Even during this weird off season, we're finally getting games back. Also, we've got all sorts of really cool shirts coming out this week. Like the Giannis Equality shirt. He is changing his name, putting equality on the back. That commemorates that. Also, the NBA Snitch Hotline t-shirt. Both of these are awesome. I'm gonna put the link in the description below if you wanna get them. You are supposed to already see those shirts right below this video. It's a cool thing that YouTube does. You can just click on them right from there. But YouTube takes like days and days to approve these things. So I think I'm forced to open my own AM Hoops shirt store, which I guess I'll do later. But for now, the links are in the description. Earlier this week, we explained how Troy Daniels accidentally leaked that the Nuggets only had like 8 guys in total. They can't even practice 5-on-5 unless coaches get out there. That is why the Nuggets went tall ball. They aren't trying to change the game. Yes, Nikola Jokic can handle the ball and shoot like a point guard, but a lot of centers can do that these days. It's called 2020 basketball. The Nuggets did that last night because they had to. And if I were a Nuggets fan, I would be scared about my team's chances in the bubble. Michael Porter Jr. just arrived in Orlando. Gary Harris and Torrey Craig just cleared quarantine. Will Barton has dealt with knee soreness all year. That first scrimmage, he was out because of knee soreness. Jamal Murray just didn't play out of precaution. Coach Mike Malone didn't just sit these guys. He said, quote, "It was a monkey wrench thrown our way." He was forced to sit some of his most talented players. I know Twitter loved tall ball. They loved Nikola Jokic playing point guard. He probably loved that too. Bol Bol playing well. But in reality, not Twitter, the Nuggets are in trouble. These games are about building chemistry and having guys ramp up their bodies to avoid injury. Torrey Craig and Gary Harris should be practicing okay. Michael Porter Jr. is about to enter quarantine. Monte Morris and PJ Dozier are completely MIA. Morris was huge in the playoffs against the Spurs last year. This is a team whose practice facility was shut down because of positive COVID tests. They are already behind. They cannot afford to have all these guys missing. They have not gotten to ramp up their bodies or build chemistry. And the more they lose in seeding games, the more they slip in the standings and the tougher their road gets in the playoffs. It is looking more and more like the Nuggets will be a first round exit. And that is not talking trash about Bol Bol. He was fun to watch. I mean, 16 points, 10 boards, and 6 blocks in your NBA debut. We haven't had basketball in so long. It was amazing to see. And I actually felt for the Wizards. I mean, those guys are like, guys, we haven't played a game in like 4 months. This is what you're throwing at us? Really? But all the people thinking Bol Bol is actually gonna make an impact in Orlando are dead wrong. They think, oh, we just watched a top 5 talent dominate against NBA competition for the first time. What they really watched was basically a summer league game or preseason game against the worst team in the Orlando bubble. If you're excited about a guy playing against the Wizards without Bradley Beal, you really are missing basketball. Just look at other dudes against that kind of competition. I remember Carson Edwards in the preseason for Boston. Oh yeah, some Celtics fans just knew that that killer from March Madness would light up the league. 30 points against the Cavaliers. Turns out he has averaged 3 points a game his rookie year, and that's 3 points a game in the regular season. Bol Bol being a factor in the playoffs is a joke. I'll repeat that prediction, by the way. He scored 16 points in his debut. I don't think he'll score 16 points total all playoffs. I am so confident in this prediction. I want you guys to come up with a challenge and put it in the comments. The challenge with the most likes, I will do. Like, I will dye my hair Nuggets blue if you want. Maybe Nuggets blue and yellow. As long as it's like reasonable and not illegal, I will do this if I'm wrong. If I'm right, then you guys have to get one friend to actually hit subscribe. But I won't be wrong, and here's why. Bol Bol is a rookie. Rookies do not play a lot in the playoffs or for the Nuggets, period. Remember how long it took Michael Porter Jr. to get any playing time this year? He looked so good in the preseason, then Malone didn't play him the first 5 games. Also, rookies are bad at defense, and the Nuggets pride themselves on D. Yeah, Bol Bol had 6 blocks, which is awesome, but Rui Hachimura got past him plenty of times. Think about what an actually great NBA player would do. My second reason for being so confident is the Nuggets think they're a contender. Now, obviously, I don't think they're gonna get very far, but this is not the time to be experimenting with like Bol friggin' Bol or tall ball. This is the time to lean on what got you to the 3 seed so far. Nikola Jokic playing like an MVP at center, Jamal Murray running point, and really good defense. All right, so those were the negatives, AKA reality, but let's be positive here. Now, I trash talked about Twitter, but this was pretty good. We have to acknowledge Daryl Morey's tweet. Somebody said Morey was scared to see the tall ball lineup work. Morey tweeted back a picture from some awful Jack Black movie with little people tying down the Giants. Hilarious. But for the Nuggets, I was actually really happy to see Jokic out there. I know he looked tired at times, but the game was huge for him after testing positive for COVID-19. Actually, it was huge for other players too who have tested positive, like Russell Westbrook or Eric Bledsoe, although every case can be different. Another positive was the future of Bol Bol. I didn't know what to think of him honestly before his debut, but now I can see why he was a top 5 or top 10 talent in the draft. He is 7'2" with athleticism. I mean, he like blocked on one end last night, beat everyone down the floor to dunk on the other end. I know he's skinny as hell, so there won't be any bully ball in the post, but who needs that when you can shoot threes like this? Look, the reason I am still pretty skeptical about Bol Bol is people a lot smarter than me doubted the hell out of this kid. I mean, a top 5 talent slipped all the way to 44th in the draft, and you don't slip that low just because of injury. There were character questions about Bol. Did he love basketball or was he just born into it? I mean, dude is 7'2", the son of an all-defense NBA player, Manute Bol. Is Bol Bol committed to being a professional basketball player? Some GMs passed on him twice, there was so much hesitation. And when the Nuggets signed him, it was to a 2-way G League contract. That is some serious doubt about this kid. Then you get to the injuries, and that's where it gets crazy. He played just a handful of games in college with a navicular stress fracture, which ends careers. Yao Ming and Brendan Haywood had to quit basketball. Of course, some guys do go on to have great careers, like Michael Jordan, but he's not a big man. However, seeing Bol Bol out there in his debut gave me hope that all that doubt that made him a late 2nd round pick was overblown. If he can overcome all that, I do think Bol Bol can be a difference maker years down the line for Denver. And if that does happen, then Denver's front office got super lucky. I mean, they took 2 high draft talents that slipped because of injury, and they both might pan out. Michael Porter Jr. had another back surgery after the Nuggets drafted him 14th, and Bol Bol has only played in 8 G League games this season. Tim Conley, who runs basketball ops for Denver, took a gamble on both guys, and I love that strategy. I mean, if you're a small market team, you have to think differently. You don't get big free agents like a big market team like LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard. The Spurs hung several banners not running like a big market franchise. They scoured the international scene better than everyone for years and got Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker out of it. Now everyone gets players that way. Now the Nuggets have been thinking different in the draft, taking flyers on injured players like Bol Bol and Michael Porter Jr. Both players panning out would absolutely change the future landscape of the league. Right now, the most talented young teams are, the Grizzlies or the Pelicans. You could call the Celtics young too because of their core. I would throw the Nuggets in as a future contender with those teams if Bol Bol and MPJ live up to expectation. And that is what I would be so excited about from Bol Bol's debut. Well, that and Nikola Jokic actually getting out there and playing. I would not be thinking that tall ball is the future of the franchise or that Bol Bol is going to be a difference maker in the playoffs. Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.